Since I have tried so many different subscription boxes aimed at quilters, I am always asked which one I would recommend. My name is Fallon and welcome to my channel. If you love quilting and like quilting tutorials and anything revolving around quilting, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I have tried so many different subscription boxes, and I can honestly tell you it is so hard to recommend a subscription box to somebody. I always have to first ask them a few questions, and those questions revolve around what they are looking for in a subscription box. Do you want a box that comes with a lot of projects? Do you want a box that just comes with fabric? Do you want kind of a box that has a mixture of fabric and notions? There are so many different subscription boxes out there, and I've tried a lot of them. There are also some questions I like to ask that aren't specific to different types of subscription boxes, and those are whether or not you like surprises. Not all of us wants to be surprised with what comes in the mail. And sometimes you can be disappointed. And if you're not okay with that, if you're not okay with spending money on something that you may not like, subscription boxes may not be for you. Another thing you may want to ask yourself is if you're open to a variety of different fabrics and styles. If you strictly like traditional fabric and don't like modern fabric or batiks or different colors, you may want to pick your own fabrics and not sign up for a subscription box. So with all that said, I do think subscription boxes can be a lot of fun. One thing I found is that it opened me up to different styles of fabric. I was not a huge Tula Pink fan. However, I did find that I like the look of it in handbags. And since I received Tula Pink fabric, I found a way to use it that worked for me. And I did see some of the quilts that came with Tula Pink shown on the quilts. I did see how it came together. There are a few quilts I made that came as kits that had orange fabric in it, which I usually avoided, but seeing it all come together, I really saw how it worked. So for me personally, getting subscription boxes really helps me get outside of the bubble of where I usually worked within quilting and fabric. It really got me to think outside of that box that I put myself in with regards to quilting. So I would like to jump in and kind of walk through some of the questions I had about boxes, such as, do you like just fabric? Do you want projects? And then I'll make some suggestions on subscription boxes that I think really do a good job fulfilling those questions. Hopefully that made sense. I will also put links down in the description of this video to different unboxings I've done for those boxes, so you can kind of even get a better feel for them and make sure it might be something that works for you. So if you are looking for a subscription box that is just fabric, I highly recommend looking at Cotton Cuts. I think they do a great job of catering their fabric box to your particular interest. So they have options for more traditional fabric, they have options for batik fabric, and they have options for modern fabric. So no matter what type of fabric you like, you will definitely find a box that will just send you fabric and fit the type of fabric that you like really well. Now, another thing they also do is they offer a lot of their fabric subscription boxes in different cuts. So you can get fat quarters, you can get half yards, and I think that is wonderful because while I love fat quarters and I love that you get more styles of fabric each month, it can be kind of limiting on what patterns you can use it in. So I do love that they give different cut options. Another thing that I think they do really well is they have some questions for you to fill out about different types of fabric that you love and different fabrics that you hate, and also color questions. I think that is really, really helpful to make sure you get fabric that you are sure to love. And I honestly think they did a great job with it. I got that box for a few months, and I can't remember any time that I got fabric that I did not like at all. For me, what was really important is I didn't want to get any kind of, I think it's called juvenile fabrics that are like little, figurines and stuff on them. I don't have young kids anymore, and I just didn't want to get sent stuff like that. So I thought it was really nice that you could pick out your likes and dislikes on there and really narrow it down for them. One thing that is also fun about the Cotton Cuts fabric subscription box is that you get to pick the pattern that you want. So each month they have a different designer featured, and they'll send, I think it's about 5 or 6 different pattern options to choose from, and you get a code to go get that pattern for free. I love that you get to choose the pattern you want because we all have different tastes and patterns, and that way you're sure to get one that you probably like the most. If you are looking for a mixture of fabric and notions, perhaps you're new to quilting and want to try different notions that are out there that you maybe haven't heard of and want a little bit of fabric too, I think the Sew Sampler Box from Fat Quarter Shop should be right up there on your list to try. So I really think this box is also super budget friendly. Every time I've received the box, I really think the value is there. You'll usually get some sort of pre-cut of fabric, whether it's a few fat quarters or half a jelly roll or a petite layer cake. They also send a pattern aimed at that fabric and then some notions as well. And you'll also get a block of the month pattern. So that box is really packed full and definitely worth the value, especially if you want to try out some new fabrics and new patterns that are exclusive to the box and some different notions. So another type of subscription box I would like to mention is a block of the month style subscription box. And while this is not the style that I have found works for me, I get distracted really easily. I do think that Cotton Cuts does a good job with their puzzle mystery quilts that come monthly. These are pre-cut, so you can just sit down and sew when you get each month's delivery, and they always have a ton of different colorways to choose from, so you're sure to find a colorway that suits what you like as well. Now, like I said, the block of the months do not work for me because it is really hard for me to space out those projects so far. I lose interest really easily, but a lot of people do love this one, and it is fun if you like mysteries and just want to see how a quilt comes together. Plus, it's already cut for you, which is a huge bonus. Now, my favorite style of subscription box is definitely project-based. And I think Open Gate Quilts does this the best. Now with this subscription box, you will get 2 projects each month. You'll get a small project and a large project. And they come wrapped nicely all together. So if you can't get to it right away, it's all bundled for you. You can set it to the side and work on it when you have time. I have found that the small project will come together in just usually an hour or under, and everything is provided for you for that small project. The large project is usually wall hanging size, table topper, something like that. And it comes with everything for the top of the quilt and for the binding. So you'll just need to find some batting and some backing for that. However, they do have add-ons for this subscription box. You can add on the backing so that everything comes all together for you. And they also have added on a coordinated fat quarter bundle, so you could pay a little extra for that, get some fat quarters and a fat quarter pattern. Now, along with the main components of the box, which is the small project and the large project, you also get a notion of the month, and then you also always get a coordinated small spool of Aurifil thread so that you can quilt your project or piece it with it, whatever you would like to use it for. And then you also get either a fat quarter or a pattern. That changes up each month, but either way, this box is packed full, and it is definitely one of my favorites. Now, one of the subscription boxes that I received for a few months that I'm not sure how to fit it into this list, but I do want to mention it because if you are looking for a good value and are open to a lot of different fabric styles, I think this might be one that you should check out. It didn't work for me because at the time I was very picky about the fabric that I used, and the fabric usually didn't fit my taste. However, I think they do subscription boxes really well and it is a really good value. So I wanted to mention it here. And that is Pineapple Fabric subscription box. They have really interesting patterns. I love the way they cut their fabric. They have different cuts that I haven't heard of, and you get so much in the subscription box. So if you are looking for a way to build your stash and get different patterns, I definitely think you should check out this subscription box. Now, let me know in the comments below if you receive any subscription boxes. I would love to hear what they are. Which one is your favorite that you have tried, and which one did you not like very much and why? I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.